Hello, I'm Rythian, and this is a channel update video for September, although it's just close enough to be October as well. Might as well call it the second one of 2017, there's going to be two of those. Like the previous one, this one has a dramatic name. This one is called The Next Chapter. Apparently that's what I do now. I put dramatic names in the title so people know that it's actually talking about real shit more than just, oh yeah, these are the games I've been playing. The game in the background is Binding of Isaac Anti-Birth, as always. Truly do enjoy this game. Still lots of unlocks and stuff I need to do in it, and one of these days I'll get around to finishing all of them. I stream it every now and then. It's been a while since I made a video on it, but I do play it in my own time. It's fun. Anyway, just in case you don't feel like listening to the entire long ramble, who knows how long this is going to be, probably not more than 15 minutes, but still. I know the attention span of a lot of people these days are, well, people are busy. People want to do other things, listen to me ramble, and try to decide how to phrase everything live. So, TLDR, the channel is continuing as normal. Everything is going to continue being the same. I'm going to continue playing games. They're going to come out in a mostly daily schedule, and hopefully everyone will have fun watching those videos without any differences. Dishonored Death of the Outsider videos is starting tomorrow. And I'm hoping you'll enjoy them. I've been playing a lot of the game and it is quite fun. Dishonored is just really good, and it feels like they're getting better and better every day, at least gameplay mechanics wise, and it's pretty cool, so that should be fun. However, you now have the option as well of subscribing to me on my Twitch channel, in which case you will be able to see almost the entire game already. If you subscribe on Twitch, you can see 3 of the game's 5 missions already, and soon enough you'll see the remaining 2. So that's an option for you if you want to support me a little bit more monetarily, and you can, instead of waiting every other day to get another 20-minute chunk of content video, you can watch all of it at once, just how much you want, like it was Netflix, basically. So, that's pretty much the TLDR. Now, let's go into a little bit about the thought process that actually made this happen. After the last channel update video I had, I basically told you about how Dishonored 2 kind of killed the channel because it was something a lot of people weren't interested in. So I made sure to like try to keep 2 games at least going and so on, and wanted to do more standard, here's a bit of gameplay, enjoy it, so on, rather than spending lots of time on it, because that would taking away too much of my time for not enough effort, basically. And that's worked okay-ish for a while, until recently, because Prey and Pyre, while I do enjoy both games and the games have their fans, have proven to not be so popular among people watching. The views have averaged between 2,000 and 3,000, and while obviously views isn't everything, it is monetarily literally everything. It is literally like the amount of views I get decides if a video is actually a success or not, and they haven't really been, which I can understand. That's fine. I don't, no one owes me anything. I don't expect people to watch if they don't care, and so on. Similarly, that's why I don't really, I'm a practical guy. I don't see the need of like, there's no point in just complaining about things for no reason. Like, that's not gonna help. You have to try to change what you can change, rather than just like being angry about things being the way they are, because that doesn't help you do anything. So the whole thing about, you know, adpocalypse and everyone's getting less ad revenue, that is true for me too. I have been getting that, and I have been getting random videos flagged as this is not, you know, suitable for all ad content and so on. I've, you know, requested reviews on most of them, and most of them have been able to flag up, but some of them remain. But again, there's nothing really I can do about that. It is what it is. I can't really sit around and complain. That's not going to help. So I have to reach out for a different sort of way for me to figure out how to keep doing this. So the alternative I've come up with is basically Twitch. I I don't want to have a Patreon necessarily. That's something that works for a lot of people I watch on YouTube personally, rely on a Patreon to make it work for them because they do long-form video content with a lot of analysis and critique on things. I've mentioned a few couple of times, but people like Mark Brown, Joseph Anderson, Xbox Ahoy, or just Ahoy these days, I think. They do more stuff like that, which literally, like, they can work on months for a video and then put it out. For in their kind of situation, for this to be a viable career, they need a Patreon. I don't think Patreon works for me in the same way because I am more of a standard Let's Player, and generally, like, a standard Let's Player relies on just video views, pretty much, and then all assorted other stuff like merchandise and whatever. But so I don't want to do a Patreon because I don't feel like, frankly, I don't feel like I deserve just like being given money like that for doing what I want to do. So instead, I want to feel like if I want to have another income source, then I want to offer something to people to make that a thing. So Twitch for me works best. If you subscribe to me on Twitch, that is a steady income I'll get every month. That'll work. That'll make this a feasible reality for me to keep doing this without having to do anything else in my life or quit or whatever. And obviously, I have to offer something to people because I cannot rely on people just being generous and nice. It's always nice when people are. Like, it's always appreciated when someone just shows up and, here, have lots of money just because you're cool. Like, that's so weird to me, personally. It's strange, but I'm obviously very grateful when someone does so. I mean, what else can you be? You just pretty much have to be just grateful. That's pretty much it. But I believe in offering some sort of value for people so that at least they feel like they're getting something. So what I want to do is basically do something like Netflix, kind of, or like almost like an early access thing. Well, not early access. That term has a bit of negative connotations these days, so I wouldn't say early access, but well, basically skip the analogy then. But what I'm thinking here is that you subscribe to me on Twitch, and you will be able to watch a lot of the videos that will come out on my channel eventually, because I still want to make sure that someone who doesn't have the money or doesn't feel like giving me the money will still end up getting pretty much what I'm doing. For example, Dishonored, you just have to wait a bit, and you'll get you'll get all the entire series without a problem. But if you do want to support me by subscribing on Twitch, you will now have the option of watching all of it way earlier and almost all of it in one go. There is currently about 6 hours of Dishonored Death of the Outsider on my Twitch channel, locked behind a subscriber paywall, basically. So if you want to watch all of that already at the pace you prefer on your own, rather than having to wait for a little bit every other day, then you can do so. And if you do, all you have to do so is subscribe. Now, obviously, subscription is $5 a month, but because we are currently still in September, as Twitch call it, it is at the moment less than that. You get half off. I will still get the full benefit of your subscription, but Twitch will basically cover half of it. So that's a pretty good time to subscribe. So that makes sense that, like, this is a good time to give this a go. The intention is to do this pretty much every month. Every month there will be more stuff for you to get on the Twitch channel. For me to keep earning your recurring subscription, I will have to keep putting content up there, and that is the plan. The goal is to have a new game up there every month, or as much as possible of a new game there every month. Obviously, that's not always going to be realistic. Certain games are much longer, and I won't have time to do it. And certain games won't even fit there at all. Not every game will go on Twitch. Some games will just stay on being on YouTube, because certain games just fit there better, I think. But it is definitely the intention of having continuing content for you to get on Twitch as the benefit of being a Twitch subscriber, and therefore also helping you out with a regular source of income. Hopefully that makes sense to you. I think it makes sense to me. I wanted to do some sort of change to figure it out, and since I already have the Twitch platform, that made sense to me to be the logical way to do this without trying to set up a Patreon or something. So I guess we'll see how this works. There's no guarantee this is something that is successful at all. Maybe people don't give a shit, maybe people are just happy watching it as it comes out on YouTube normally. In which case, go for it, that's totally cool. Again, no one owes me anything. All I can do is try to offer up something of value to people so that they feel the need to spend their time or money on me. That's pretty much my outlook on this entire business, really. I'm not here to beg for money or like, please help me, oh my life is so hard. It isn't. I have a pretty good life. I'm happy where I'm at, and I'm a realist enough to realize that if this isn't working, then I'll stop. But so far I'm enjoying my time here, so I don't want to stop, so therefore I'm reaching out for another solution that could possibly work. So let's hope it does. I think that's mostly it. Brief chat about the games I've been playing then. I had the Fleury video that came out today was an hour long. It was the last episode. It was pretty great, and I had a long talk about what I thought about the game in the last 10 minutes or so. If you're not interested in watching the entire game but still interested in hearing what I thought about it in the plot and so on, you can open up the video and listen to the last 10 minutes or so. Overall, I'm quite happy I played it. It was pretty good. It wasn't up to the quality of the Dishonored games, but very happy with it regardless. Pyre is also another game I've been playing a lot, and this has been a bit different. For one, I'm basically voice acting the game as I'm playing through it, which is different. It's a different feel. I'm not sure. I normally don't want to do that, but in some ways it's kind of fun. Like I don't think I have the talent to be like a real voice actor, but I have often heard that people really enjoy my voice. So I don't know. Maybe I'm more of a narrator than a voice actor or something. Who knows? It doesn't matter. Most of the time it's fine, except every time I'm doing Volford's voice, which is the voice that is sort of a little bit like this the entire time. It ends up being like. It feels weird, and it's a lot quieter than everything else, and it's like it puts effort to the voice. It's hard to describe, but the game is really fun though. The actual gameplay of Pyre I'm super enjoying, and I'm interested to see where the hell the story goes, because it is very unique and very different, which is always cool. Perhaps that's part of why people are not that super into it. That's one of the hardest things about doing this thing, is to figuring out what games are actually going to do well and which games aren't. But I have to temper that with also what games am I actually going to enjoy. I could probably, at the time, I could probably have kept spamming Minecraft videos, and right now just play a bunch of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds or something, like just non-stop, picking the game that's mega popular. But I wouldn't really enjoy it that much, I don't think. Like the difficulty here is to find a game that I enjoy playing, that two, I enjoy making videos about, because there's a game I love playing that I don't at all want to make videos about. And then three, that people enjoy watching, and watching in big enough numbers that it's actually worth doing a thing. I'm sure I can put out like niche games that maybe like 500 people absolutely love, and while that's great, 500 people isn't gonna cut it if this is a business, which it sadly is, you know. So yeah, you gotta find those magical games that fit in all those things, that fit in the middle of all those Venn diagram circles. I think this is pretty much at the end of this video. There's no need to go on rambling anymore. I've made clear the initial plan of what we're doing in the future. So yeah, if you don't give a shit about any of that, you don't really need to, because the channel is going to continue, as far as you know, pretty much the same as always. It's just there are now more options for everyone else. If they are looking for another way to watch stuff I've made, or another way to support me, that is now an option that exists. So let's hope enough people give a shit. I mean, you never know. And if you don't, then so be it. Again, no one knows me anything. That's just how the game world works. Or the YouTube world works, I suppose. Right, that's it then. Sadly, if you've been super hyped to see what happens in this Binding of Isaac video on the background, you're gonna be left with a massive cliffhanger because I'm ending the video now. Long story short, I made it to the corpse and then I had a very little health left and then I stopped and saved. So who knows what's gonna happen when I continue, but it's not looking great. I don't have a lot of hearts and frankly the combination I have isn't the strongest for beating the endgame bosses. Alright, thanks for listening to me ramble, folks. Hope you got something out of this video. Have a great time, and I will see you whenever. Goodbye.